I think this Creed 3 movie might actually do pretty good. I think it's funny either way, even if it doesn't do huge numbers, because of the fact that it's going to push Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania to number 3. I don't know if you realize this or not, but Ant-Man is losing to that Bear movie. Look at this. This is from Thursday. So we have yesterday's numbers. And it looks like Creed will be number 1 this weekend. There was no doubt about that. Followed by the Bear movie, which brought in $1.4 million in only 3,534 theaters. I want to point that out, making $30 million during its first week. Ant-Man is in more theaters, 4,345. And it only brought in $1.4 million. Now, the Bear movie made $1.48 million. They just have 1.4 for Ant-Man. So it barely beat it, but it beat it. And the Bear movie's on less screens. I think that's important to point out. So that's embarrassing. In fact, it's a story that if you look at it, here's Wednesday, barely making a little bit more, but remember, it's in less theaters. Still beat it. Tuesday, okay? Barely beat the Bear movie. Monday, barely beat the Bear movie. Things are shifting now. The Bear movie's getting a little bit more screening. I think theaters are figuring out less people want to see Ant-Man, more people want to see the Bear movie. And not only that, now you have Creed coming in. And Creed's going to knock it down even more. I think this movie might make more money than they're saying it will. They have it at 30 to 40 million, I think. 38 to 40 million. I wonder if it'll do a little bit more than that. Because, I was thinking, this is the first time we've had a movie where, two muscular, masculine men fight it out. Usually, men are sent to the back of the room and the women are up front, at least in Marvel movies. And usually the men are kind of wuss. They're wussified and they're not really masculine. And people are sick of this shit. People are tired of this, queen stepping up. We got the hard, badass woman stepping up. It's not really working. And people are turning their heads to it. And the reason I'm talking about this is because, of course, we had Peter Pan and Wendy. I'd imagine Wendy will be the true star of the movie. And then you have this. So this Dungeons and Dragons movie that's coming out, this movie's going to be a flop. This movie's going to be a huge flop. Look how they're marketing this movie. This is a real article. This is a real thing they are saying in interviews. They said this with Variety. Dungeons and Dragons movie intentionally emasculates its leading men. Nobody wants to see this. You know what people want to see? They want to see shit like this. Two big buff dudes beating shit down. They don't want to see wimp men. Nobody wants to see that. I don't understand why this is such a crazy concept, but they think that this is a smart idea. This movie is going to flop. The Dungeons and Dragons movies writing team revealed they intentionally emasculated the leading men in the film and put the women on the front lines. Wow. There was ever a reason to not see a movie, there it is right there. You've instantly turned this movie off to me. I don't want to watch this movie. To be fair, I'm not a huge Dungeons and Dragons guy. Never played the game. Don't really know a lot about it. So you already had a hard time pulling me in the first place because, well, one, I don't know anything about this world. So could you give me a reason to see? It might be a really cool fantasy movie. No. Now you're gonna get a fantasy movie, but it's gonna be a fantasy in reality as well because, well, women aren't as strong as men. But this is ridiculous. I can't believe that this got approved and greenlit. Emasculate the men? Sure. And they're saying it's not an attempt at wokeness. Sure, Jan. While speaking with Variety, Daly and Goldstein discussed how Michelle Rodriguez's Holga the Barbarian and Sophie Elias Droic the Druid tend to engage in the front lines of battle compared to their male party members. That was not an attempt at wokeness on our part. Swear to God it wasn't. Well, that's meaningless to you because I'm pretty sure neither of you believe in God anyway. We like that Holga is the bruiser that does the dirty work and that Edgin doesn't like to get his hands dirty. We also love emasculating leading men. But that's not wokeness on their part. After reiterating that the reasons did not pertain to woke thinking, the pair explained that they wrote the men that way because they find it funny and fresh. Yeah, that's funny and fresh. I mean, we haven't seen emasculated, wimpy men in every movie product lately. Sure, yeah, it's funny and fresh. Hilarious. And then they say that this is like Iron Man. When is Iron Man emasculated in the Marvel movies? He saves the universe. So this movie's DOA. Anybody excited to see this movie now? Anybody? Anybody out there excited to see this movie now? Boy, oh boy, another holiday movie where the men are weak and wimpy and the women are strong and bold. Wow. Haven't seen that 2,000 times over the past couple of years. But you know what they'll do? In the trailer, they'll make it look like they're the leads and the women are, just kind of there to assist and support. But then you go see the movie and all these guys are scared and being losers. Like they have this guy doesn't want to get dirt on him. Now, maybe these are maybe these are how the characters are in the franchise, but I find the way that they word this pretty insulting. And I think that I'm not the only one that's going to feel that way. And if I'm going to go into this movie and see these dudes yet be another example, everyone's going to give this bad word of mouth. This movie is going to fail. Yet another woke Hollywood failure. But I love that they come out and let you know, this saved me $10. I'm not going to go see this movie. And to be honest, there was a small chance that I would have watched it in the first place. Now there's no way I'm going to go see it. Absolutely no way. And I'm probably not the only one. So have fun emasculating men. They'll probably stay home and not give you your money now. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.